Welcome to the Williams Today Show. I'm your host, William Prue with Real Estate One.
And I'm Hannah Lachowski with Real Estate One.
And you guys are for sure, in fact, watching the Hannah's Today Show. As you guys can tell, we've officially swapped places. Her face looks a lot better there and here. My face only looks, maybe okay sitting here. So I decided this is my spot now. And it's the Hannah's Today Show. We've switched. We have permanently switched it. Hashtag fix the problem. And we fixed it. So, you guys already know the rules. Positive impact, one day at a time, and we are
Crickety coconut cracking the code.
one day at a time. We don't know the code, but we're gonna crack it. So today's code that we're trying to crack is the bridge loan. The bridge loan gap. We're actually bridging the gap between selling a home and buying a home. So in today's competitive market, we have a lot of sellers who want to move, but the question is how or where the hell are we going to move to? Because there are no houses to buy. So, there are houses to buy, but in a seller situation, they have what they call a contingency upon my house selling, so I have the funds to purchase your home. And a lot of these other sellers that are like, okay, that's great, but I don't want to wait on your house to sell. I'm already waiting, if I want my house to sell. And so there's other offers out there, they're more willing to deal with somebody who has the same criteria, same down payment, the loan's ready to go. They're more willing to deal with that kind of an offer than with yours, with the same down payment and all that process, all that stuff. I could go on and on and on, but they're more willing to work with a buyer who doesn't have to worry about selling the property. That's just the way it is. So the bridge loan, there are a lot of pros and cons. I'm not pushing for anybody to use this directly. Of course, do your own research, find out the interest rates and everything else that come with a bridge loan. But this is one way that we have done some research on how to maybe possibly unstick this market. Because let's face it, we're stuck. We're stuck with a lot of sellers who are scared to sell because they don't know where they're gonna go, and they know that it's going to be hard to get an offer accepted, contingency upon their house selling. Right. So we're going to talk a little bit about the bridge loan. We're not going to get crazy into it because there's a lot of aspects to understand. And again, do your own research. I have never stopped learning. In the world of real estate, you never stop learning.
No, there's always something new to learn every day, I swear.
Always. And I love to learn it. So, and there's many other jobs that I've had where it just gets boring to learn, or you run out of stuff to learn. Right. That's why I love real estate. It keeps me on my toes.
Yeah, seriously.
And, I love teaching real estate too, as much so I have to learn in order to teach it. So here we go. Let's jump right into the bridge loan. So we kind of talked about the seller's aspects, why this might be beneficial for a seller. So when you have a property that you want to sell, what a bridge loan is a short-term loan. It's usually 6 to 12 months, preferably 6 months, so it's short-term financing. But what it does is it bridges the gap between selling your property and buying a property. They give you a loan up to 80% of the combined value from both properties, the one that you're selling and the one that you're buying, right? And before I get into that, what you want to remember is you have to have equity on your current home. They want to see at least 20% equity on your current home. Right. And in today's market, depending on how long you've owned your property, you have definitely gained enough equity. We don't know for sure. We'd have to look at your property. We could tell you for sure, but more than likely you've gained the equity to do this. And this isn't for everybody. Let's face the facts. It's not for everybody. You have to do your own research, but it really does offer sellers an opportunity to make offers on a property they want without that contingency.
Right.
So they're loaning you the money so you are able to go out into the market and purchase a home without worrying about your house selling. So in essence, you'll own both properties after you close on this one, but you have to have this house sold within 6 to 12 months, or you're going to be stuck with 2 mortgage payments.
Right.
And nobody wants to deal with that.
Yeah.
So make sure your equity is where it needs to be. Make sure that your house is in a condition to where it can be sold and sold pretty quickly. I don't see why you would want to hold on to both properties that long. And in this market, it's not going to be hard to sell most properties. Unless it is just a complete bleep hole, But in essence, there's a lot of other math that goes into it, right? They'll give, like I said, 80% of the combined value from both properties, and at least 20% equity also from both combined properties. So just to throw out some numbers really quick, and I don't want to mess this up, I might, but let's try not to. We'll go simple math. $100,000 home. Your house is worth $100,000. You only owe $60,000 on that property. So you already have that equity. You know your house is worth $100,000, and you know you only owe $40,000. So you already have that equity. And the next property you buy is also $100,000. Just to keep it simple. So you know with the combined property, they're going to give you 80% of $200,000, which would be 80% of $200,000.
60, right?
Is it 160?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't know.
Off the top of my head, I think it's
But 80% of both combined value, and then minus the mortgage that you owe, of course, on your last home. So that puts you in the neighborhood of, I think it's right back at $100,000 right there, I think. So that's how much money they're willing to give you. So you can go out there and shop as a strong buyer without that contingency.
Yeah. And another pro to this too is that they'll also loan you some money so that you can do renovations to your current home to fix it up, make it a little bit nicer if need be.
Right, and that's all. It's all wrapped up
Really
in the
awesome.
bridge loan.
Yep.
It's all wrapped up in the bridge loan. But it's a beautiful thing, and it can be. I mean, they say it's mainly for investors, but if you do it right and you follow the counsel of your real estate advisors and you listen to your mortgage lender, and it can definitely be used beyond just investing. It's a way for you to unstick yourself from the situation you're in and the scare that you have from not being able to find a place and being homeless or having to rent a property after you sell.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely a lot better for a seller's market, not so ideal for a buyer's market.
Yeah. So it's nice, and it's something. The only reason I'm mentioning this is because the interest rates get crazy. You have to really do your research on the lender. The reason I'm mentioning this is because I lost my train of thought.
Because a lot of sellers are just worried.
I'm sorry. The reason that I'm mentioning this is because equity is there. It's been built, the past 3 years. Just in 6 months from COVID. Let's just use COVID.
Yeah.
Equity has grown an insane amount in just 2 years. So the equity's there, and a lot of people are just unfamiliar with what a bridge loan is, and it can be extremely confusing. So,
Right.
As if I didn't make this video confusing enough, hopefully I made it somewhat fluent enough.
I might only be able to understand it because I know it.
Because you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's easier to. I explained that, right? Well, I don't know. Because I'm the one that knows it. So
Yeah,
maybe
right.
I think I explained it right, but.
I want to say you did, yeah.
But that's it. And guys, I also wanted to throw in this video a little bit of motivation. Consistency. So doing this show every week has inspired me, and it's shown me, Guys, doing the show has inspired me, or not, I should say not inspired me, but has shown me that with a little bit of consistency and a belief in what you know you can accomplish it's going to work if you just stick it out.
Yes.
I've said it a million times, and I've said it in different ways, but the proof is in the works. Our business has continued to grow. This video has had a lot of impact on that, on the viewers, on the people that have consistently watched us and told us that our videos have helped. And in the beginning, it was rough. We had a little bit more time on our hands to do these shows. Now we don't have as much, but we have not thought for one single second that we were not going to make the show, because the consistency has shown. It has shown through the videos, and it's ultimately helped us grow our.
Absolutely, grow our business and to just grow.
Period.
Learning wise, because doing these it's I don't want to say it's forced us to learn more, because obviously we want to learn it. It's our career and we love it.
Yes.
But it has, because it's very easy to be lazy.
I'll never feel comfortable explaining anything to anybody unless I know it 100%. In fact, I can't do it. I stutter, I trip, and so it's absolutely put me in a position where I'm more useful to my clients, and I'm a better advisor and counselor, as I should be for my clients.
Right.
And all that aside, guys, what I'm saying is just be consistent, man. Whatever system you have in place, you cannot only do it for a month or 2 months and give up, or a month or 2 months and expect it to happen, something to happen, and if it doesn't, give up.
Right.
Keep going, keep trying, stay on that same path, and get the darn thing done. That's what I got for you guys. As always,
It costs
$0 and 0 cents to be a decent human being. We will see you guys on the next episode.